Hi everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. I'm here today with the first day of Junk Journal Round Robin. So if you're new here, I'll do a quick explanation. This will be today, like the big explanation where I'll go through this whole thing and how it works. I won't do that every day of April because I will drive you bananas if I do. So this is, I think, our third Junk Journal Round Robin that I host with my friends, Mary Ellen at RedParrot and Chelle at ChellesCreativeChaos. Essentially, we create advent calendars for one another, but instead of it being like a board with little windows, it's 30 packages, one for every day of April. I make one for both Chelle and for Mary Ellen, and then they make them for each other as well as for me. So you end up with 2 sets of 30 packages from each of your friends. And so today is day 1. So we've done the swapping. Now what I need to do is open up these 2 packages and make ephemera using these things, and I'm going to be doing that all through April every day. So I will have 30 videos for you in April every day. I'll probably do other things too, but you can guarantee these will be done. And then the same is true for Chelle and Mary Ellen. They're going to make a video every day too. So if you want to follow along, if you don't already subscribe to them, please do. They're a lot of fun. Both of them do a lot of fun things, different things. They're also just lovely people. And so, yeah, if you want to participate, you also could do that. You could start late, swap with partners, or if you have local partners, just get going, head to your local, meetup spot and swap. Or maybe make yourself 30 secret packages that you forgot all about and you just kind of go and you make stuff. Or maybe grab a random thing from your stash a couple of times every day as like a de-stash, and you can play along with us, whether you make videos or Instagram posts or nothing at all. That's all fine. But if you do want to play along, I'd love to see what you do. So you can use the hashtag jjroundrobin, and that will sort of help me to find whatever you've done wherever on social media you do so. And feel free to tag me. I'm Studioloo everywhere: Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, like everywhere. I think I'm Studioloo. So let's jump into day 1. Okay. So package number 1 is this lovely little envelope that seems to have some light stamping and light writing on it, and it is from Chelle, and it is day 1. So I'm just going to carefully take the tape off, because what I've noticed is a lot of times the packaging can really influence what I make, or what we all make, but not always, but some of the time. So I'm just going to kind of take it off, because this is a lovely envelope that I want to reuse in some way. This, okay. Thank you, Chelle. A peeled paint distress crayon. Like, seriously, you're so awesome. Thank you for sending me this. So that's a cool thing. And then day 1 from Mary Ellen has this lovely washi, stripey washi. So I'll peel that off. And I'll just set this up here because I might use some of it. You never know what could happen during Round Robin. And then this is wrapped in a Doodles coloring book with a beautiful tree. So again, oh look, it's a lovely library card and pocket. Well, holy moly, this is kind of awesome. I'm feeling pretty good about today. What a nice little start to the day, right? I couldn't ask for anything more lovely than all of that. So, what we need, I think, is, this is just awesome too. What we need, I think, is to just decide. So these are the main elements that I need to use, but all these things can also be used today. That's the fun of all of this. So I was thinking what I would do to kind of use up my own things while I'm doing this. I find I often end up needing, like focal points or something. I'm probably going to pull from either my books or some of my various ephemera holders that I have hanging around these parts, and that will kind of help me with this. So I'm just going to grab a couple of things and I'll be right back. All right, so I grabbed a few little bits and bobs just from my stash so I can kind of get a start here. So I'm going to set this beautiful tree to the forefront for a moment, and I'm going to use this lovely distress crayon. I have not used one of these in a long time, so I need to remind myself all about how they work. I think I recall, but I think what I'm going to do is just kind of just touch each of the leaves here with this so we can kind of color them, mainly because I don't quite know yet how I want to use them. I have a bit of a plan though, and I know I'm starting with like the unnecessary rather than the necessary bits of this first, but I promise you I do have a plan for all this stuff. And I think I just really want to soak into the joyous making of day one, because I have been staring at these two baskets of beautiful things now for a couple weeks and thinking, how am I going to survive this? Having to wait. Okay, then I need a piece of paper that I can use under here, because I just want to move all this aside for a moment. And I want to spray this with a little bit of coffee. Okay, so the whole thing. And I'm supposed to fill the trees with fruit, but I'm doing things differently. Okay, so now these distress crayons can spread a little with their beautiful color, greeny. See that? I'm just going to use my finger and just kind of finger paint. Right. So that is what I wanted to do with this. Now I'm just going to set this whole thing aside and just grab a little baby wipe here so I can clean up that bit of coffee. I should probably start every day on my desk of just putting a baby wipe down, but I always forget about it. Okay, so now I need my glue book. So I'm going to start with the library card here. And I did grab this. So this is like a little cutout of a cow, sort of hanging from a moon. And I'm just going to like cut them apart, perhaps. My concept is like I want to put the moon on one and then the cow hanging on another. So then when you pull this out at a certain, you know, spot, you're going to see that they're connected. So I'm going to do that part first, and then we'll add some color to everything, because I think that will be fun. So just use my art glitter glue on the cow here, I think. I'm already just feeling so relaxed knowing that I have something to do every day in April that's just like low effort, high return. You know what I mean? Just like it's going to be not hard because my supplies have been supplied, and I love working with these kind of things. So my moon's going to have to kind of go like that, and we're going to attach our cow there. So let's put our cow on. Okay, and then I'm just going to clean up the cutting out that I did on this moon, because I seem to have left like a little white space on one side, and I don't quite know why I did that, because I didn't leave it on both sides. I suspect I just got tired of cutting, and I thought I'll come back to this later. So here we are, with a little extra work to do. Okay. right, now I gotta pull the card out, but keep it in as well, because I want this to sort of be aligned. And then I want to go as high as possible without not having enough room. Go a little lower, maybe right there. Yep. Okay, so let's glue this on now. Beauty. Okay, so now let's grab this distress crayon, and we will add a bit of color. Just want to see, I haven't played with these enough. I have some of them, not all of them, but what I think I'd like to do, oh yeah, yeah, okay, I'm gonna go across the bottom here. Set that aside. I'm going to do the same on here, just like a little scribbly outline. Okay. Then I need a paintbrush, and I'm actually going to use this little bit of leftover tea, this peachy tea that I had, as my water, because I don't have any water, and this brush has already been in the watercolors, so I should probably get one that doesn't change the color so much. I forgot to wash it. I'm not mad at it though. It's actually quite a cool shade that might add to the fun of this. So we'll just use some of this tea. Spread the color around. Okay, so we'll set that aside. I don't want to cover the entire thing. I'm going to go back in here now and do the same with this. I'm coming a little close, but I'm going to leave a bit of a circle because it kind of, you know, evokes that moon feeling. And then I think I also want to like kind of over accent exactly that with this. Just a light bit of this black right around this area. And then going in. Now this is a graphic 2 micron, and they are water reactive. They like aren't an archival. So I'm going to come in with a bit of this water and just pull at this just a tiny bit, which will smudge it a little. It's kind of pulling it away. It's actually behaving much better than I expected, because it's not really archival. It's not like protected against water really, but that's great. I'm getting that strong line and a bit of that nice smudgy gray. Okay, so then we'll set that aside. We'll set this aside for now. We'll bring these back together. Get rid of this painty page, and then I need a little something else collagey, and I'm just going to look. This science book has all sorts of neat stuff in it, and I may find what I need here in this book. So I'm looking at this leaf. I'm kind of feeling like what I want to do is just tear this out. I kind of want to reserve like half of it for each part of this project. The first one I want to put down here on top of where it has the name of the manufacturer. I have these exact same cards. I have a few of them from this company, and they put their name on the bottom, so I always cover it up. And what I like about that, like sometimes, you know, when you have something like this where like there's a purposeful thing that, you know, exists that you don't want there, it's like it drives you to, you know, have to do another artsy kind of thing. And that's what I like about these sort of things, is like, oh, I gotta cover that up. And then the same is true on back. And what I might do on back is maybe the washi tape at the bottom. I'm going to cut it off so you won't see it on the front. Like so. And that'll also give a little stiffness to the back. Let's get that back a little smudgy. Okay, then move that out of the way. Over here, I just want to create a little bit of continuity with this. And decide, do I want it up here? Do I want it over here? I don't want to do anything down here. I really love how that color kind of smudged. I'm going to do it on the back side of this pocket. It's just a little, you know, accent. Okay. Now let's give these a quick little dry. There. This won't matter because I'm going to be gluing it down. Okay, so that is nice and dry. I'll just hang up my tool there. So now this will go in here. And then as you lift it out, you'll see like right there that they connect. But I think most people will think about, you know, the cow, the dish and the spoon, and the cow and the moon and all that. So I might look for like a little word. Hold on. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. That would be kind of cute. Up above the, you know what, maybe the whole, when the blazing sun is gone, when he nothing shines upon, when you show your little light, twinkle, twinkle all the night. Let's use the second verse of that. The lesser known twinkle, twinkle verse. And then I will go over this with a little of the crayon, just like a little bit like that. And then we'll smudge this with our finger. Smudge, smudge. Good. That's cool. All right, I'm happy with that one. Now the next one. So we had that heat gun out. Let's also dry this up. And I also have some other bits here. So this is nice thick paper, so it just takes a little longer to dry, that's all. I'm not mad at it. All right, now what I want to do is decide the size of the project that I want to do here. Get this out of the way for a minute. So this pocket will be this size, and I would like to kind of depict a section of the tree like that. So I need my ruler. Probably go about here. I still need that. Then tear up here. And I want this to fit in here, so I gotta go a little more, or a little less really. Not like that, not like that. Okay. Perfect. Then with this, I think what I want to do is I just want to tear around this basically. And then see, that like that. Quite like that. Okay. So now a little bit of heavy lifting for glue. I'm going to use some of the tacky, Aleene's tacky glue for this. Away. Now I did grab some bits here, and before I had torn this out and thought about it, I was going to use this instead. Maybe that would still be a cool layer. I also grabbed this label. That could be on there, or that could be on here, or not at all. Maybe it's a little big. I've got this little postcard label. Maybe we don't need those at all. I don't want to hide that too much. Does that look better, or does this look better? Maybe I need to take a bit of the white space out of here. That might be why this feels a bit heavy. Even though it is dyed beautifully with this color, and that's why I'm keeping it around. It doesn't bother me like typical white space. I kind of like that. That just, I don't know, it's too much. Like, it's not the color, it's the like overall bulk. I'm gonna go with this. So let's glue this one on with glue stick. That will be fine. Okay. Get rid of this. Good. Let's push that a little that way. There we go. You just need to kind of smooth this whole thing flat. Get this out of here. Good, good, good. Now, I'm going to do a little mark making also with this. And just smudge to soften it. Okay, fun. Now this needs to get backed. Okay. Okay. Scrap out of the way. Just give it a nice flatten so that when we cut the rest out, it's not bubbled up. All right. And then with this one, I think I will just round these corners with my little 1/4 inch. Okay. And then to decide, do I need anything else here? That's definitely too big. So is that. This we said no. Maybe a little more subtle. Something more subtle. Just look at my bits. Oh. I wish I could pull this whole tray over to where you can see it, because I have like all these little bits and things, but it's too big. I use one of those old typeset trays, you know, to just keep a bunch of things in. A little moth could be cute. Oh, I like it there, actually. Yeah, that there. Then what else would go? I will find something. I know I have a bunch of these little labels, but they're buried. Hold on. Here they are. Little Tim Holtz labels. I'm going to miss these little labels so much with Tim Holtz products probably not being available. Oh, sad, sad for me. Okay, this, but I mean, I can also print some and make my own littles. Maybe those two. Maybe just the one, actually. I kind of like just that one. And the other thing that I do have, I cut out like a whole bunch of butterfly names today, because I cut up this whole book, Checkered Skipper. Even though that's not the right butterfly. It's like, that's kind of a faux pas, right? That would be like telling a fib. Okay, it's okay. we will just glue this. My son is playing a game that he gets really animated about, so if you hear him shouting upstairs, I apologize, but he is so into this game. He gets really hyped about it. Let's put this label on here. Good. And I think what I might want to do with this one is just a little bit of this bronze. Just a little titch on here, the wooden part of the tree, the trunk rather. Okay, a little more. Okay. Just kind of gently smudge it up. This stuff will smudge nicely for quite a distance. So it adds this kind of ethereal feel. It's like not quite color, but also is a bit of color, you know? All right, that's fun. So this will go in this envelope. Put it on up here. And then we have our journal card and our envelope. And then we have this. So those are my two projects for day one. Sorry, I had to change my battery like last minute in the last couple seconds of recording. So anyways, Junk Journal Round Robin, thank you for joining me. I had a lot of fun with day one and I love what I was sent. Thank you to Mary Ellen and Shell, and I am so looking forward to seeing your videos today. I cannot wait. So to everyone, have a lovely day. I will talk to you tomorrow with more of this super fun monthly collab I'm doing. Bye for now.